it started? Well, then let me start. Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please.
What's the answer, Marshawn?
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Back now on America's Forum with Miranda Kahn, J.D. Hayworth. That's Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch refusing to answer questions from the media in preparation for the Super Bowl. And he just basically said, I'm here, so I want to get fined. And then later when they ask him, look, you know why I'm here, that would be the answer. Real
Right.
cooperation.
Yeah, professional football, with it being as popular as ever. What does this attitude, though, say about the culture of this sport? Joining us to discuss more on this is football coach and author of the book Fourth and Hell, Gino Arcaro. Gino, thanks so much for joining us on America's Forum.
Good morning. Thank you, Beth.
Hey, it's great to have you, Gino. I feel like calling you coach because you've coached at so many different levels in addition to being an author. So, Gino, as you join us from north of the border, Canadian football has a little variation on what we play in the States, but everybody takes a look at the Super Bowl. When you look at a guy like Marshawn Lynch going out there and saying what he does, do you expect the NFL to come down on him?
I really don't seriously that the NFL is going to, I'll use the word punish. I doubt that they're going to punish a person just for drawing more attention to the NFL. He's drawn more attention to the NFL this week probably than any other player. And I just doubt that they're going to take any action against that.
So, Gino, I have to ask you, with scandals like the Deflategate, recent stories about players getting concussions and the long-term effects of those heavy hits during games, do you think any of this will take away from Sunday's big game?
That's a great question. I'll start off with the Deflategate. I personally think that that's a parking ticket offense. If it even happened, we have to take things into perspective. It's not a capital offense. In my experience in coaching, I've spent half of my life in what I call poor football. We don't have equipment managers. We don't have the best of everything. I've walked around with an air pump, and I've had to inflate footballs almost every other practice. I'm not a scientist, but I do know that footballs lose air. I own a gym, speed bags, anything with a bladder, it loses air. The one thing I'm confused about is that we've had some very good success passing. I've always been under the impression that an overinflated ball is more conducive to passing. We've always had the ball as rock hard as we possibly can for a number of reasons, and it has to do with preventing interceptions. The referees have checked the footballs before every game, but not once in 40 seasons of coaching football have I ever seen anybody take out a gauge, because the gauge itself, when you put a gauge inside the football, again, I'm not a scientist, I haven't got the empirical evidence, but there's going to be air coming out of the ball. So to me, Deflategate is part of a sideshow that, yes, I believe rules are rules, but it's a parking ticket offense. It's not a capital offense.
Well, let me ask you something.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. When it comes to concussions and drugs, those are the biggest problems in the sport. I love the sport. I love the sport, what it's done for players. I've been witness to some incredible transformation. But on the other side, the injury part is the thing that I can't ever reconcile. And I don't want to reconcile it, because if I get to the point where I just shrug it off, I'll get out of the game.
All right, but here's what I got to ask you. I got to get to the X's and O's right now, Gino. Given your experience with the game, given the fact you've written this new book, Fourth and Hell, let's get to what's going to happen on Sunday. What do you expect? Will it be the Patriots? Will it be the Seahawks? Who will win and why? You got 30 seconds.
I think the Patriots are going to win 42-28. I don't think it's going to be close. The revenge factor and what I call the multiplication factor, the X factor. I think pressure does an enormous thing at any level, and I think the Patriots are better equipped because of all the scandal talk that they've had. I think 42-28 is going to be the final score, because they can handle pressure better than anybody else. They've proven that, and I believe that they have an offensive firepower that we haven't seen in a long time.
And we will have to end it right there. Gino Arcaro, you made your pick. I'll make mine later. America's Forum will continue.